Hulk smash! Uh-oh.
Spider smash!
On the table today we have Marvel Superhero Mashers. These have immediate wow factor. Wow. When I saw them on store shelves, as they are great looking Marvel action figures. Not only are they fantastic standalone figures, but you can take them apart and mix and match them. Now this has been done several times and never really done well. A lot of the times the figures look like robots or just not looking like their superhero selves. But this time around they look fantastic. Vibrant colors, interesting shapes. I think they're going to be a lot of fun and I really can't wait to dive into these things. Going backwards here is the awesome package design for the Superhero Mashers. This is part of the reason why I bought them. The boxes looked so nice. The boxes have a nice open window design that shows the figure partially built and some of the weapons inside. And on the back here you've got a photo of what you can kind of do with the different figures with the mixing and the matching. These sets run about $9.99 and the larger deluxe sets run about $15.99. And they had a $20 version of Iron Man, which I wasn't too fond of as he had a transparent plastic that didn't seem to match these other Marvel Superhero Mashers. Here is Spider-Man outside of the box, and you can immediately tell what great proportion he has for an action figure. It just looks like a lot of fun to have all around. All the figures have little ports here and there for weapons and gear, and will make for some exciting different figure combinations when you start to mix and match. The joints are pretty solid. They've got that, what do you want to say, that Lego-like joint that's been around for a little while. It holds pretty steady on the knees and you can just feel it click a little bit here and there. Sometimes they're a little tight in getting it going at first. My only concern is sometimes these are been known to break, and if they do break then that's kind of unfortunate, so hopefully that won't happen. I'm assuming that they're well designed and that won't happen, so that's just something in the long run to think about. But again, this is the type of joint that really holds. Most action figures after a while they get kind of loose if you play with them too much, so I'm hoping that these hold, and I think they will. Again, there's a lot of different weapons and gear with each figure, and they're just going to easily snap into ports. I've noticed that some ports are different sizes though, so they don't always fit in everywhere where you might want them to fit, but that's not something too big. So that is the great Spidey, and let's check out Captain America here. And he is also just a fantastically proportioned figure. Has just a really neat Captain America simple look here. Has got his shield and some more ports here on his backside, and just a great looking figure. And we can look at Hulk next here, and you can immediately tell Hulk is a much bigger figure, possibly why he is the higher priced figure. Just a very large and hulking figure, which is great. One of the reasons I picked him up was the mixing and matching will be a lot of fun with him. Let's start mashing these up a bit. So here's Hulk again, and we're going to just simply pop out his leg pieces, and again all these pieces come out really easy and hopefully will hold pretty well. And we will try a Spider-Man leg here. And they do come off at the knee and at the hip, so it gives you a lot of different abilities to really mix and match these. And now we're going to pop in Captain America's leg here. And you're going to ask yourself, of course, well, this never really happens unless you're that one guy who does things like this. But it just kind of gives you a really creative, fun, goofy toy to play with. And I'll probably keep them always in their regular form, but just to be able to do this is quite a bit of fun. You can also switch their heads, which is just a great thing, and they just pop right off. Everything looks to be really well standard on these toys, and makes for just, again, the more you mix these, the funnier they're going to get, and the more fun you're going to have, I bet, in playing with these. So let's just go really crazy now and pop off Captain America's arm here. Wow. So it looks like none of the shoulder joints pop out actually. I really thought those would, and so that's kind of awkward, but not a horrible deal breaker. So we're just gonna go at the elbow joints here and mix and match a little more, and we've got just an ultimately funny mixed up figure. Let's see the other two now. We have a hulked out Captain America and a Hulk-legged Spider-Man. What's kind of fun, I think, is just to kind of mix two figures. I think the overmix here you start to lose the fun, but if you just have kind of a half and half figure, that's kind of cool. So maybe I suggest just picking up two figures if you're mildly interested in having fun with them until you really want to go crazy and start picking up the whole collection. So that is my rundown of the Marvel Superhero Mashers. A pretty fun set. They really bring back the creativity that the action figure world needs. Too many figures these days that just aren't a lot of fun to play with, and I think these are going to really fill your world with a lot of crazy fun antics. I think I'm going to have to look out for that Thor and maybe Iron Patriot pack to round out my collection of these. I imagine we'll see at least a wave 2, and we'll see them for another year or so before they are canceled for the next round of figures like they always seem to be. But for now, pick some up. I think you'll really enjoy them. That's what I have to say about that.
Mix and mash your face, Squirrel Stampede.